author of Digital Spaces 12 Best Practices for Multimedia Learning, suggests some great ways to make sure that we design a digital learning environment with our students that is successful. In order to do that, we have to be guided by 12 principles. The first principle is the coherence principle. It simply states that information that is confusing, such as words, pictures, or media, and that are not essential should be eliminated. The second principle is that information that is essential should be highlighted with bold text or circling certain images that might be important. The redundancy principle is the next one. It just says that side-by-side closed captioning and voice narration of a text are important. We need to make sure that we use either text or voice narration in our presentations. They both can be successful, but not at the same time. Spatial and temporal principles are the fourth and fifth principles she suggests. Corresponding words and images are displayed near each other on the screen and also at the same time rather than successively. Just like in our water cycle image that you can see here, when included in the image, it's easier for students to understand what part goes with which item. The sixth principle is the segmenting principle. It just says that students learn best when they're at their own pace. Khan Academy and BrainPop are examples, and they're excellent examples of this principle. The pre-training principle just suggests that we need to make sure that we understand and we're helping our students understand what information they have to know and what is essential for them to understand today's lesson or upcoming lessons we might go over. The modality principle suggests that students learn better when presented with graphics and narration rather than animation and on-screen text. So it is important to know that graphics and narration offer a better way for students to learn. Not all students will learn that way though, and that is where the multimedia principle comes in. That just says that we need to apply the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learners in our multimedia, and maybe not in every slide, but altogether we should include them. The personalization principle states that we need to make sure that our presentations are conversational, age appropriate, and at their reading level. If we can't do this, we can also check using the Hemingway app as suggested here. Voice principle is the 11th one, and that just says that an automated robot is never the way to go. We need to make sure that we use a human voice whenever possible, and ours, if possible. But if our voice is not possible, we can use an app called Natural Readers. The image principle just discusses simply that physical classroom environment has been known to be successful for years, but also digital space environment is very important as well as we move forward in our digital learning environment.